She's real sleepy.
I'm sleepy. If you're sleepy, just, get comfortable.
Vibe with
Just
us.
vibe. Maybe have a hot drink. Or maybe just like cozy into your blankets.
Yeah, do you want a blanket, is it?
I've got this thing.
You do? Well, yeah, you're basically wearing a blanket.
It's a poncho. It's a big old poncho.
I want to just change our outfit because I think we look stupid. And not in a fun way.
Yeah, I like the outfit we had on before.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. The yellows and the blues are going well. Yes, nice.
Yeah.
All
right, I'm going to teleport us to the church because I want to investigate a crab man walking on the walls.
Nice, yes. Friends, if it's warm where you are, perhaps... Oh.
Right.
It's
Okay.
disturbing. Yeah, I was going to say if it's warm where you are, maybe you don't want to cozy into your blankets. But either way, get snuggly.
True. Half the world's
somewhere.
in summer right now, right?
Get comfortable.
It's cold here.
The grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church.
I am actually just going to check what our perception is at. Oh, it's at 6.
It's
That's
good.
okay. That's fine.
In fact, that's quite good.
I just didn't want to miss anything because of that. Although we could put it up even higher.
Yeah,
You
shall
know
we have a
how
look?
just the last episode I was like, I don't want to be overthinking this stuff, and now I changed my mind.
As long as it's fun.
I'm having fun.
Great. Perception. Nice. As long as it doesn't feel like a chore,
Yeah. I agree.
And then we can always check for negatives as well, which is just as important, really.
I like that one of the glasses gives you negative in perception. Oh, that's right, because they're actual prescription lenses.
Not for us. It's kind of like if I tried to wear yours, right?
Yeah. It does make it a lot faster once you remember the colour.
What were the pants?
Of whatever.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. Izza is hallucinating at the moment.
I'm real tired.
I started recording, and Izza was like, "Have you started? You need to start recording."
But I had already,
participated in the start of the recording.
I had.
What is this?
Like what is filled with complex equations. They look recent.
The music sounds good. Just gonna check out this.
One of my cats is crying upstairs as well, which is distracting me.
The fact that there are body-shaped things, more of the fork lightning pattern you saw outside, does make me wonder if that's what.
The arc beetles. No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style.
Makes me wonder if that's what the girl saw.
Oh.
I mean, that would be a bit disappointing compared to a crab man, but.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, that's quite dramatic.
It's quite dramatic.
There doesn't seem to be anybody in here, which is good.
A portable Harman Welsh tape recorder.
Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
Ooh.
It's possible it's recording something?
Ooh.
Can I investigate this, or is this going to take me outside?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Okay.
This is her Innocence, Dolores Day.
Who is Dolores Day in our world? She's someone, right? It's
Hey,
spelled
Google.
differently, though, right?
Hey Google, who is Dolores Day?
Who are you asking about?
Who is Dolores Day?
According to Wikipedia.
Nope. Nope. Dolores Day. It is spelled different. Nah, I might have to actually Google it.
I don't think I'm thinking of the right person, but
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
okay, I'll kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Ooh, do you want to look up?
Yeah.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
I wonder if we can get the equivalent of this heal that we're getting, but for our health.
Ooh.
Maybe from like the Magic Mike thing or whatever it is. And that way we wouldn't have to spend money on
Items.
that. Yeah.
So what is the expression on her? It's compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning. It's not possible to live. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
Compassion?
It's compassion.
I feel like it could be all of these things,
Yeah.
but I want to click this one.
Okay.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Okay. And do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
I want to say option 1 first to see if it enhances any of our other ones. But
Great
can we
idea.
just see what they are first? 58, okay. And 42, all right.
Ooh, we got a +1 because of the dice we have. Interesting. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else? Whoa.
It's got the scrabblies. Whew.
What else do you know?
Only in behind
There
us.
used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters.
Oh.
Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
So this is the only one that remains?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, that's what he just said.
No, sorry. He said only one remains. It's this one, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of Delorianism?
Kim.
Certainly seems that way from the fact that he crossed himself.
Yeah. Are you a follower of Delorianism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Dolorian in origin.
Shall I just do this first, or say this?
No,
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The Dolorian system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Okay, so we've got encyclopedia and visual calculus. I want to do our items before we try them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is something where we
visual
can
calculus.
come back as we...
Well, they're white checks, so they must be, right?
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Encyclopedia and visual calculus. I had the same thought, that's why.
What colour are those
Let's do
things?
encyclopedia first, shall we?
Yeah, we might be able to do both.
I guess so.
I don't think we have anything that's an encyclopedia. But I could be wrong.
Also
What was the other one?
Visual calculus. is
Visual
what I'm looking-
calculus.
Which I also don't know that we have a lot of that.
Oh,
That's encyclopedia. And they had negative visual calculus, so that works well.
Okay.
Already, that's visual yeah. Another visual, oh, so yeah. Conflict. So let's do encyclopedia first then.
Okay. It was blue, right?
Yeah, so let's, okay. Encyclopedia, and
The
then we'll
mother
check
of
our things
humanism
again.
stands above you.
That's
The
so
precious
much
and
better.
complex wax painting on
Let's
a single
go.
pane of glass. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Was she a real person? I realised I didn't actually read out what we said then, but I think it was something like how, like, we know who she is. Like, how do we have this memory kind of thing?
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence?
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
I rule her a tyrant.
Because, like, you know, at any point, like, Harry's just off in his own little universe. I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, whatever. But then I'm like, what if in this world, the world spirit is a real thing? You know, like, what does this mean? A ruler?
Yeah, because yes, you're right, because the Pale exists.
Yeah.
Anything could be true.
Anything could happen now, yeah.
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
What the fuck? This is fascinating. I'm so glad we came in here.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Wow. This is a good question, but I am also very pleased we waited till we had Kim.
Yeah.
Is one in
Fascinated. I'm fascinated by this. Like,
this concept that someone is infallible.
yeah, and like, is this true? Or is this just what everyone in this world believes?
Right.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Interesting.
What else do I know about her?
I'm also curious. I just had the sleepy brain fog just wash over
I've been
me.
dealing with it this whole time. Welcome,
Welcome.
and
Yeah.
friends. If you also just welcome, welcome the
Yeah.
embrace.
Feel the vibe.
Yeah.
How do they know when a person is one? What's the?
That's a fabulous question.
Yeah. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
I'm also curious, like, obviously we don't understand the full detail of all the different things that these guys sometimes refer to. Kim was just saying there were 7 churches here. I'm wondering whether it was each one to a different innocence or were they for different faiths?
Ooh, also a good question.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of
Yes.
historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed,
Yes.
Where is this coming from?
the past. It's a silo of sadness.
We've got Full House.
fermenting.
No, yeah, we're
You
into it.
should
Let's
keep
go.
away.
No.
No, you must know.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man.
How
A
great.
simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
So she was already an adult and then they discovered she was an innocent? She became an
She made
innocent?
the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze.
Interesting.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious about the criteria to become an
it
innocent.
feels almost like how the Catholic Church just declares someone's a saint. But obviously, well, for those who know, you can't be alive and declared a saint. But they have like a set of categories, and like you have to have performed a certain number of miracles and blah blah blah.
So there's criteria.
There are criteria, yeah, but it feels a little bit similar in that like these people will have had lives up to the point that they're then declared a saint. I don't know. Yeah.
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale.
Wow.
A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Right.
Fascinating. I guess sometimes that implies that when they go into the Pale, they don't necessarily know which direction will find another Isola. So people might just disappear forever.
Yeah, it sounds like they've somewhat sorted it out, but it does sound dangerous.
Well, we know that they can send radio waves between Isolas, right? So maybe that's how they work it out. Like,
I don't know.
that way we get a message back.
Well, it's funny that you say that way because I get the sense that it's not.
A particular direction.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Maybe you're right.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow.
I'm curious whether... so she was like an advisor to a queen, and then she got crowned the Innocent. Does that mean then her authority was above the queen?
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for
There you
years
go.
fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing.
That's what it was.
in
I thought she was
interest.
holding something. Some weird glowing apples or something.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
For anyone else who, like me, is like, they did actually say this, we can observe one is only about 45% present in this playthrough.
I mean, I'm here physically. I am present. And look, I am as mentally present as capable. Thank goodness we're recording at my house. 'Cause,
Yeah. You wouldn't want to drive back like this. No. That's cool. She started glowing. That's neat.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supreme Windy. Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Wow. Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied out plaza with the crowd far away. Already her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
These are such weird responses, but let's just go with the top one, eh?
Yeah. For those who are just listening along, there's an option here saying, I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. But let's say she must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
It's interesting. It's like we're talking as if we were there to see it, but it was 300 years ago.
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her, A small attaché of officials stood by as her Therriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Service men.
Oh, is she going to get assassinated?
Oh no.
Then what?
One of the men in this Secret Service killed her
Oh, 22
22
years.
years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocence.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, it's two things. The first is, A, it's probably not true. So you just like,
Just killing someone for no
Yeah.
good reason.
but even if it is true, if we were just, I don't know, who fucking cares?
Yeah, let society improve. Like, is that so bad?
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
How do you notice if someone's breathing or not? Do you know, unless they're obviously breathing?
You can tell if you're paying attention to someone, like, that their chest isn't moving. But you'd really have to be paying attention. You'd have to be paying very
Yeah.
close attention.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well. Glowing lungs.
I mean, the
and all.
glowing lungs
It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Okay, was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, there was something bad about her and I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Therriers.
Tell me more.
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state.
Okay.
Then there were the resettlement
Oh
programs.
no. What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity,
Yikes.
suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Oh.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
I do like that even in this world, just like us, the historical figures are often multifaceted and complex.
Yeah, and even people who did great things also did terrible things. You think about people like, I don't know, I'm just picking someone randomly out of the air, like Napoleon, like made a big empire but killed a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting to me how there's this kind of like dualism of they're like, yeah, she was perfect and she knew so much and she pulled our thinking forward by literally decades and decades and decades
Hundreds of years,
of psychology and philosophy, but she was also kind of a a tyrant?
Yeah.
And it's like, what, like, how are you so sure she was so great
yeah.
if she was also doing these things?
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Euphrator, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
His calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
I'm
What
thinking.
are you thinking of, if I may ask?
We're not just going. Well, I mean, we could yell war criminal, but we do know that Kim has some affinity for that, so I don't.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
I'm going to say 1,
Okay.
just to get it out of the way.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I think
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
be like, no.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
None of this is, in fact.
Ooh.
This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
Shush. He keeps saying that, but we'll do what we want.
Let's get our
Yeah,
clothes on
yeah.
for the visual calculus.
I
check.
was surprised that we didn't come back to any of that, to be
No.
honest. I thought that we would.
I thought we would too. But anyway, that's all right. Let's get our clothes on for the visual calculus and then do that.
That's a good reminder that sometimes you only get one thing. Because I'm annoyed, actually, that we missed that, but that's okay. What was the thing we had the minus on?
Was it the glasses? No. It was the glasses had.
Oh, we could have put on glasses that gave us even more.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it
maybe just
was.
double because we stopped looking for visual calculus, didn't we? I don't think I saw any others. I just think it's worth a little
They're all
double
that, like,
check.
blue colour, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Pardon me.
Isn't it?
And we don't have any negatives on, do we? We just saw that, eh?
I don't think so, but okay, let's have a go.
Okay.
We've got extra 1 point on that, so we've got an extra couple of points since we first started, but another extra point.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting. On the a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in
Oh.
front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and the text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
Interesting that her iconography includes the men that were both there to protect and that killed her. Like, when people do...
Well, one of them killed her.
Yeah, but that's not so much what I was actually interested in. I'm interested in, like if you have a picture of the President of the United States, it doesn't, like, include a Secret Serviceman.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me that that was so much of a part of her vibe.
Well, then
That
what?
they were there everywhere with her.
Yes, yes, that's a great point. They're kind of displayed a little bit more like disciples.
Yeah,
But-
and part of this sort of semi-ominous element to her.
That people couldn't get close to her because of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and like her separation from humanity, even though she's the most humanity of everyone. What does the motto say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Okay, after life is death, after death is the new life. Something like that.
Great.
And then along the left side, après le monde, La gré. Après le gré, le monde est nouveau.
I don't know that one.
I think
Le
we
Gris
might-
is grey, I guess, but I don't know.
And
what
this
that
is
means.
new, right?
Yes.
Monde. Lieutenant, it's used to say afterlife, death, after.
Death. Life again.
There you go.
After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Huh?
Ah.
Do people in this world believe in reincarnation?
I don't know, but that's lovely.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No
Why?
more, however.
Why?
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Oh, that's sad. What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Yikes.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
Okay.
Let's step back.
I'm so annoyed I missed
The
those
mother
things
of
before.
humanism
Whatever.
towers above you.
Oh, wow.
A wax painting.
Can't even get
on a
back into
cracked
it.
pane
No.
of glass.
It's all over.
Nothing has changed in her expression.
Well, all of that was super creepy. How are we doing for time?
We got a wee bit, so touch what you want to touch.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
I'm not going to say this while the sound is playing. I'll wait till we're through
Another
this.
radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the
Do
like.
they?
Let's
Traps.
be careful.
Okay, well,
We
who
should
thinks?
leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Oh. Are we going to die if we step behind the computer? Yes, this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area, though.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He's
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch
Quaint little
anything.
box of radio waves.
Hang on. You're right, let's get out of here. I'm not going to get out of here at all.
We'll
I'm going to
save.
save and make sure I don't die.
I can step behind that computer.
Yeah.
A machine stands. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but he
Wait.
can sense that he doesn't like you meddling with the machine.
I'm going to
You see
investigate.
fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
No.
The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
We do still have that big square thing.
All right, let's look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like
Oh,
crisscross
yeah,
of
we've got it.
filaments, smouldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
Let's do it.
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Lee.
But we don't know the password for this either.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps
Yeah,
through
need it.
the machine's planar magnetic
Wow,
driver.
we have to talk to a person.
An old lady
Oh,
greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Nice.
This is connected. Fortress accident? That's the same as the
Yeah.
other one, right?
Yeah.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Gin. Hello. Yes, come on down.
Oh, what's he gonna stand
Boy.
on?
You going to come across? Come through.
Can't have my lap.
Good, thank
Oh
you.
shit! He
Oh,
said
no.
something for us.
Repeat.
Oh no!
Is this the personal log?
Sorry, I just panicked there.
Oh, but we said the one I wanted to say anyway, which was, Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
I guess we have to say this.
Yeah.
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February through March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Fuck.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Cool.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know the password. Yes, let's look around. That's a good.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
You can lose your keys.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Did we get the password on that one?
Accident.
No.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident like the one in the doomed commercial area.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
So yes, right?
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghilaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Nice.
Anything else I can help you with?
I'm finished. Let's see if we can find the
Goodbye,
password.
Fortress
Yeah.
Accident.
Let's go have a look.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Where's Plint?
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Well,
We're
let's
gonna
see
go
what
on
we
a
can.
There's
There's shoes over there.
Oh, they're fucking shoes. Oh, and money. This is like walking around in Iz's house trying to find her password book.
Shh. Why do you keep telling everybody? You always tell me secrets.
Wait, where's he going?
I have no idea.
He knows something.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
Okay.
What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine.
Oh, we do.
You should give it to her. Win her back.
Yes. No. Yes.
What? Look around. Win who back? Can't win her back. She's long dead. I feel like this is like a get information, but
Okay.
I'm worried that I'm going to lose this. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Do it.
This?
Yeah.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Okay. I think
This
Harry's.
isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
I think Harry's brain is using Dolores Day as a. What's the word? Like a stand-in for his lost love.
Oh yes. Okay.
This is a task
Yeah.
of mine
So
now.
very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Shit.
Okay. I feel like we lost whatever that was in the process somehow.
Yeah.
Do you have a password hiding inside you?
A cracked pane of glass, colourful. It came from the stained glass window. It still has the letters on it too.
Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. What is this? Is
Their
this
pants.
clothing?
Oh, it's a scar. Pain
Pain
threshold. We can naked, we can shirtless, put on our pain threshold when we fight fucking Measurehead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's just put that on to see what it looks like, and these new shoes.
Great. Yes. Fully
Right.
for this.
I mean, I'm going to put this back on because I know how much you love drama.
I do love drama.
What is this? Figure drawn on in frost on the window, depicting a deer.
Oh, that's interesting. In the frost.
Oh,
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
okay.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Ooh, wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
I feel like once we've finished the colder Makwa thought, we should come back to the spot.
Something Mamadakwa? Okay,
You know,
yeah.
the weird birds.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
What do you want me to do?
I want to stomp feet and clap hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Okay, I guess I have to yell as loud as I
Your
can.
voice is barely audible.
Ooh.
Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Is there kind of like a sound isolating thing happening in
Look
here?
at all this stuff around us.
I wonder if it's, you know how we had that thing where it was like, if sound frequencies are the same, they cancel each other out, which your husband was like, that actually only works if it's in a specific thing. But let's just say that that's the case.
Okay.
Maybe that's what this is here.
The setup is.
It's unnerving.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then
Can you hear us?
leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up at the bell
The
tower.
orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely
Oh, it's
visible,
red.
then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Oh, I don't know if we can get out of this
I don't
conversation to
think
do
we
it again.
can.
It's a reasonable
72 is not terrible.
perception. Let's go.
Let's find out what. I mean, we've got 6 in perception already, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Both of us were kind of
Like, we were like
cringing.
wincing,
Wincing,
cringing
wincing.
away. What do we see? Wow, it's really high.
It's like there's something moving up there.
The Great
A
Man!
shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you
Where?
through
Where?
all the other shadows.
Can we see it?
Oh no. On the ceiling, follow the shadows' movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
No!
Man!
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your
Yeah.
gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
Oh no.
Prepare for an attack.
Oh my gosh!
Just go on the ceiling.
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Oh no, I don't want to blink. Blink. Oh, fuck.
What's happening?
Oh no.
The Great Man!
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
I'm so excited about this.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man.
Hi, Crab Man! I'm just gonna save it real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I'm not gonna overthink it. Let's go. Crab Man!
Is that a man? A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intensely.
Wow, like a gargoyle.
The crab man.
The Crab Man!
Say nothing? Or shall we say, hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
Right place for what?
I was not expecting that voice to come out of there.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Maybe this man is not really a crab man, but is someone who is trying to appear to be.
Seems a bit more reasonable, eh?
You know, like he's dressed
Yeah,
up
yeah.
like a statue.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I mean, he's a crab man. Of course we need to investigate.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own reality.
That's fair, Kim,
Hey,
but
and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
That's true.
Lay off it already.
We do intend to get
Shit.
completely sloshed, though. Yeah.
I guess I have had a bit of a problem, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Yeah, I am.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
Ooh, what does this mean, do we think? Like, this
Necessitas
is...
need something. I don't know what para is, though.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
ooh. For some reason, I feel like you have a point, or...
The bottom one, which is that's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastical property.
No, I don't want to say that.
Well, maybe
Let
the top
chaos
one, then,
reign.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been leaning way more into the chaos side of things.
Tonight you have,
Well,
yes.
like in a little bit in general, but yeah. For some reason, I feel like you have a point
Don't
there.
trust me. Trust the mother.
Ooh.
I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Which is interesting, the Mother of Silence, and then we had the silent area of the church, right?
What's that?
The Mother of Silence, and then the church is built in such a way, or there is something going on that creates that silent patch.
Oh, nice. I hadn't put that together. He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
I mean, it makes sense to me.
'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Right, so he believes in what he's saying.
I want to say all of these.
Yeah, let's work our way through.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
If you're not a crab, then what are you?
The way you said that was super Kiwi. If you're not a crab, then what are you?
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Oh, can I say this?
Yeah, because that's kind of the thoughts you had when Harry first woke up as Raphael, right?
Yeah. Fresh start.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother.
I don't know. She seems a bit dodge to me.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Wow, these are all great options. Hang on.
So we've got, my name is Harry, extend your hand for a greeting.
Yeah, we've got my name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Costo?
Or my name is Harrier Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant W. Fraser.
And I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is.
I want to say all of these.
You want to say all of them? I'm really keen on them as well. I almost feel like we should just roll a fucking dice. And see
Yeah,
what we
let's
get.
do it. Do you
Hey,
have any dice?
No, but I can Google it.
I don't want to say 3.
Okay, so let's do 3. Hey, Google. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
We got 3. Don't do names either. Names are out. I don't even care what mine is.
That's not quite right, but you're getting somewhere. Any one of us could have been anything else. We are all one who sing the mother's glory.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Is that not what we asked to begin with?
No, we asked who he
interesting.
was.
Yes, that's right.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there.
Oh.
A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. for purposes of veneration.
I love how through the introduction of the Pale, they've kind of like,
Now we accept anything.
yeah, like anything is theoretically possible.
Before I was applying the rules of this world, I mean, like, this is fucked up.
You're like, okay, sure, mate.
But I'm into it because it's a game, right?
Yeah.
And then now it's like anything
Yeah,
goes. And
like,
so when people
okay,
say the
sure.
shit, I'm like, well, I mean, yeah.
Maybe. And I feel like they've done that really deliberately.
Well, some people never hear of the Pale.
Some people what?
Some
Never
people
hear
never-
about it in the
yeah,
game. Yeah, when
yeah.
they're playing, right? But also like, just in terms of like, we live in a very rationalist, post-rationalism society.
At least
And
from a sort of Western Eurocentric sort of.
yeah, I'm saying you and I.
Oh, yeah,
like, we live.
Yes, yeah.
And also, New Zealand in particular is a very secular country. Like
Yes.
there are people who have faith here, but it doesn't influence the public discourse.
The
much
separation
at
between
all.
church and state is serious.
Yeah.
And so you can know people for the longest time and never know if their religion or if their religion, like, it just doesn't come up.
Doesn't come up. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, my previous work was one of the first works I've ever been in where they were like, they had like a social club for Christians.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa. Like it really surprised me. I was
Yeah.
like, I wasn't bothered by it,
No.
obviously. But like, it was just like, weird.
Yeah. But there are like accommodations made for people. Like there's, social rooms, family rooms and stuff if you need to.
Oh,
pray
sure.
and stuff.
It's not like religion is bad. Like,
No.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
But I guess why the point I'm saying that is I feel like we, Izza and I, live in a society that's very kind of like there has to be a rational explanation for everything. And it's not very accepting of, well, what if there is no explanation? Or what if the explanation is something we can't explain?
Or we have this view of what rational, quote unquote, is.
Yes, yeah,
Right?
100%.
Because just because we're saying this is not rational, well, actually, it might be, but it doesn't fit into our view of what that is.
Yeah, and I guess
You know?
the reason I'm bringing up any of that is because of this person saying something that has a sort of supernatural or
Flavor to it.
yeah, it's something that is not beyond that view that we are used to of this sort of rationalism. And so we are saying, well, the only way that can be a true statement that he's making is because the Pale exists in this world, which means that the rules are slightly different.
Right.
As opposed to just, it could be true because it's true.
Right. Yeah. Which, sure, why not?
Yeah. I just think that's interesting. That we like that the game has justified the existence of things that are
Let us be free.
different. Yeah.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
So the mother of silence, you mean her, and point to the window?
No. There's a new god in town, and she can be painted or sculpted because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
So what will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Okay.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Should I say this?
Sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Ooh. Well, the top one looks like a bit more of a discussion before we move on. So
Yeah.
let's do that.
Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
That's fair. But also, that's a very specific,
Situation.
is a very specific expression of faith, right? There are things that people do in the name of faith that are much more potentially destructive.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Oh, I like this. I think love might have been my drug of choice. I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love.
Okay, but the question I have now is Harry going to climb up to the bell tower?
Fuck yeah, we're going to break our neck.
The mother will eat all of it and never spit you out.
Well,
Okay.
are we in? I guess you have a point.
I mean, these are all proceed.
But I don't want to agree to disagree. Maybe 3 or 5.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Still don't understand what you're doing
I
in this
know
church.
it will take time.
Hello.
Don't sweat it.
Oh, he
So
said
they're going to keep going
twice.
forever? No. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me?
I ain't from no Mariette, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
That's
Yeah,
what I
guess that
thought he would
makes
say. Yeah.
How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was.
Maybe he had a massive concussion.
Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
Now, this next option of ours, are these yours? Show them the scarf and shoes we found lying around. It is interesting to me. That is a great question because it didn't even occur to me that it might be his.
Yeah. He's presumably not wearing clothes.
He doesn't seem to be wearing a lot.
Are these yours?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence.
Okay.
You could have them.
Great, thank
I
you.
don't
I
need
wasn't
them
going to
anymore.
give them back anyway.
You're going to freeze to death and die. I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Oh, he's not going to like being in a nightclub if it's real noisy, right? Or maybe not.
Let's just ask this one first. You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Ooh.
He responds, his voice suddenly flash.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
By the way, it's 10 a.m., so next time we come and play, we can go back and...
Oh, phone the library?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some ravers want to turn this into a nightclub. Yeah, I think you're right. He's not going to
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
do they have a reason to be scared of you?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
anymore.
Though he used to. a long
Okay.
time ago.
So hang on, what are our options? So what do you think about the nightclub that is? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising. Turning your church into a nightclub, I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. So maybe we should just ask him too. What do you think about it?
Yeah, what do you think?
Why not?
Okay.
Yes.
It wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Okay.
Okay.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Okay.
Cool. Do you know where the other spooker is? That's weird. Have we-
Point to the strange machines behind you. Because I assume Harry's thinking there's another person who's playing around with these machines. Because this guy doesn't seem to know anything about them, right?
Ah.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Studioso will be something around like student,
Oh, okay.
studying or students.
I'm gonna crack out a good old Google Translate here. The camera. It thinks, hang on. It thinks it's trying to translate from Chinese.
Oh, is that what you had it in?
What? We're thinking Spanish, yeah?
It's Spanish, yes.
Yes.
I guess it could be Portuguese, but I think it's Spanish.
That very studious old lady.
There you go.
Viaita is grandma.
Oh, thanks, Frederick.
Um,
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's Viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes.
ah,
She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Is it the girl out on the capturing sounds?
well,
Well, she wouldn't be in the
said that
church. She went
ran away.
screaming.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Unless she's living a double life.
And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
Okay.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Or search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance
Ooh.
heard the Viejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for
Yes.
something.
We do. Yes,
Important
thank you, please.
things.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Okay, nice. Yes. Let's say I'm
gonna
doing
do
a
a
survey
survey?
of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety. Of course. Go on.
Okay.
Don't sweat it, vato.
Yes.
The password is afterlife death.
Yes.
Okay.
When you think of that, makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Something nihilistic people? Something?
Pequeña. I don't know what pequeña is.
No. Forgive us, people. We don't have a lot of Spanish speaking people in New Zealand. Not that that's a good excuse, but
I sigh because I should, but you know.
hello.
Nothing? You like Benjamin? Yes. My cats think it's bedtime and they're both. One is upstairs crying, waiting for me to come upstairs, and Gen is trying to herd me upstairs. So, you know.
Well, it really didn't get
Pequeña. We have to cut this out.
the little nihilist.
A little nihilist.
Okay, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Oh, okay.
Falls off into the darkness. Well, look, we hopefully can give some assurance
That was
to.
an interesting conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no
Jen.
kidding.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant
Look.
to our investigation.
Life's not just about the investigation, Kim. It's about vibes.
Amazing. I think we should leave off for the next episode.
100%, yeah.
I really want to go use the computer and I really want to go speak to the girl outside, but let's.
Yeah, it's late. We got sleeping to do. We got 3 skill points, which is very exciting.
It's very exciting.
I do kind of want to add one to something, just as a flat bonus. Like, for example, we could give one to drama, and then we never have to worry about putting clothes on because we've always got it.
I do love that. And conceptualization is good as well.
Anyway, that was fascinating. I'd love to know your thoughts on the crab man.
On the crab man.
I'd love to know whether you think the mother of silence is in the bell tower. And if we would be somehow changed if we supped on her
Silence.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. Goodbye.
Good night. Sleep well. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.
Bye.